Thank you so much, Steven, for giving me your time. You have been here from past 1.5 days for the conference. Can you tell me about your experience with ILA, Tijara Fort, and all about Rajasthan?
Oh, well, it's been a wonderful experience so far. The conference is off to a very strong start, and this Fort Tijara is a beautiful location to have the conference. I couldn't think of a better place.
Right, right. Are you enjoying Rajasthan?
Yes, I'm enjoying Rajasthan very much. Prior to coming here, I was up in Udaipur.
Oh, lovely. That's amazing. That's a
And
perfect
so I
place.
spent 2 days there, and I've been to Jaipur before,
Okay, okay.
which I enjoyed very much, but that was a number of years ago. So I'm happy to be back in Rajasthan.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, coming to insolvency laws, Stephen, tell me something. In USA, there's a special law for small business debtors. Can you throw some light on this law?
Yes, it's called Subchapter 5, and it was passed by Congress in 2019 with an effective date of February 2020. And so it came into effect just right before the COVID pandemic hit the United States, which was basically in mid-March 2020. So it couldn't have come at a better time.
Exactly.
And then Congress, to be eligible for Subchapter 5, the small business debtor had to have debt of 2.7 million or less. And then when the law came into effect in February, in March, Congress started passing legislation to help with the recovery, economic recovery in the U.S. And so Congress decided, and it was a smart move, they raised the debt limit from 2.7 million to 7 million. So that brought in more debtors, and as we were discussing during COVID, so many businesses had problems.
Times, yes.
And so this was considered a very effective mechanism for still is, for small businesses to reorganize. It's simpler and more streamlined and less expensive than the full-blown Chapter 11 statute, which is used for businesses in the U.S.
We have seen a rough phase in COVID period. At that moment of time, this law was definitely helpful. But do you think it still holds that value at this point of time also, where the COVID is not there and we are growing?
Yes, it still has significant value, and there have been many filings in the last year or two. So even after COVID passed, so it's been a very widely used and popular tool for small businesses when they're facing financial distress.
Okay.
The only point is the 7 million I mentioned, that debt cap. Congress extended that several times because it was supposed to expire, and the final expiration came in June 2024, last June, and Congress did an act to reauthorize that higher limit. So with a higher limit, more debtors can take advantage of this mechanism, which is, as I say, has been considered very effective and very popular for small businesses to reorganize.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I am sure this is going to be helpful for many small businesses. My next question is regarding the sovereign debt. Can you elaborate on this concept? And
Yes, national governments all over the world borrow in the markets. And from time to time, just like corporate borrowers, they face financial problems. And in the last several years, there have been a number of defaults by sovereigns, especially in the emerging markets.
Yes.
Emerging markets in developing countries. And then there have been a number of restructurings debt restructurings involving sovereigns. And in the past few years, countries such as Zambia and Ghana and Sri Lanka, your neighbor, they've all had financial problems, and they've all been going through the restructuring process. And beyond those countries, there are many other emerging markets and developing countries where the governments have been facing financial stress.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So, just like corporate restructuring, sovereign debt restructuring involves a readjustment of the outstanding debts. But it's different than corporate because governments are involved in a public enterprise.
Right. Right.
And so whatever they do affects their citizens.
It's entire policy decisions.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Right. Okay, so tell me something, what do you look forward in this conference? Right now we have 1.5 day more, or 1 day, like
Right.
tomorrow we are ending at 2 p.m.
Right.
So what do you look forward to this conference?
Well, there's been such an interesting presentation, diverse presentation of views and subjects that have been covered. So I look forward to more of that, but also the exchange between the panelists and the audience.
Absolutely.
I think that always makes a conference more interesting and engaging.
Also, there were certain sessions about climate change also,
Yes.
which I think all across the globe, we
Yeah.
all are being hit
Yeah,
by
yes,
the climate
climate
change.
change is the issue of the day.
Yes.
And so whatever discipline one is involved in, whether it's finance or bankruptcy law, every discipline has to address the climate change issue because its impact, as you say, is global. And but the crisis, we see evidence of the crisis all the time. Wildfires in California, flooding in Pakistan a couple of years ago,
Yes.
mudslides, and very strong
Hurricanes,
hurricanes that we
yes.
have in the Caribbean and up the east coast of the United States. So climate change is an issue that all countries need to confront, but all disciplines.
Do you think it is going to be achieved because not everyone is coming together for this?
That's the tough question. We hope that there will be progress made, and there's so much to do, and the challenges are very large. But if citizens around the world and countries large and small get involved and take actions on their own, but also push their governments to take action, even more progress can be made.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kargman. It was really nice talking to you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for giving your time.
Okay, my pleasure.